The Metropolitan Police was formed in 1829 and serves the Greater London area. But did you know they also have a football team? Let's take a look around. The Met Police FC was formed in 1919 and was initially just a team for officers and civilian staff. They played friendlies in their first decade of existence before joining the Spartan League in 1928, and they even reached the FA Cup first round, playing Northampton Town just a few years later. The team currently play in the Isthmian League South Central, only a couple of steps away from semi-pro football. However, the team is now open to anyone, not just the police, as the Commissioner wouldn't sanction time off for training and playing. There is still quite a large policing presence at the club though. You've got lots of people higher up on the board, for example the chairman, Des Flanders, a retired high-ranking officer, and also both of the current joint managers, Saj Kera, a retired police detective, and also Scott Kemp, currently serving. As a joint manager with Scott, I know you've been together before at other teams, but what is that dynamic like? What type of things do you bring to the duo? What about him?
It's one of those, I mean, we've been doing now together, I think 15 years. Right. I was trying to work out the other day, you know, right from the bottom of the pyramid up to where we are now. Scott's more the tactician, he likes on the tactician side. I mean, we're both coaches, we're both UFB licensed coaches, so we know all that side of the game. But Scott enjoys that side of the game more. I enjoy the man management side a little bit more, and the dealing with the players and the financial side. I enjoy that. So he tends to go down the tactical side, and I'll go down the player man management side.
Met Police also run their own successful academy, producing some pro footballers in the past, including Port Vale's Ethan Chislett, Reading's Nesta Guinness-Walker, and Notts County's Lucas Ness. This is their brand new academy building.
The pathway was absolutely fantastic from the 18 to the 23s into the first team, and yeah, there were several players at that time that did go on to make professional contracts, get professional clubs. But this season the reserve team has come back, and we are bringing that pathway back from the 18 to the reserves into the first. So we're hoping to replicate that, but again that will take time.
I then spoke to Brian Carroll, who's Met Police's Boardroom host. He's been involved in police football for the past 50 years.
The whole of the first 25, 28 years was with Surrey Police, where I performed all the roles that you can: treasurer, secretary, chairman. I've also been on the county FA since 1995, and I've had numerous roles on the county FA as well. I always felt that the police officers playing football and meeting lads from local towns around, and I'm basing my experience there on Surrey because that's where I was at the time. As I say, these were lads they often would bump into, you know, perhaps even later on the same day. You know, there were occasions, to be quite honest, where some people thought it was perhaps a chance to, you know, swing a boot at a police officer or something. But you know, that's just part of life, really. And sometimes we don't hear it that often, but occasionally you might get someone shouting about the old bill, which is, in some ways, is quite funny because the lads they're shouting about, you know, the old bill, of course, aren't police officers, and they're getting a bit of stick and that. It's just probably sad that we can't have police officers playing as we did once, because, you know, the situation with policing at the moment is they just cannot get the time to play.
One thing the club has struggled with over the years is attendances, averaging just around 100 people per game last season.
The first problem is, I say a problem, in the current climate certainly, the Metropolitan Police FC are associated with the police, and at the moment the police ain't very well liked by the public, so I don't know whether that's had an aspect over the years. But yeah, obviously we want to get more supporters in, we want to get people down here. It's a lovely club, it's a friendly club.
We I suppose are in some ways very much like a works team. You know, we don't have a town or village or that attached to us, and that probably reflects in some ways why we don't have huge crowds.
Obviously the other dynamics are there's several other non-league clubs locally, and there's obviously professional clubs just around the corner, so trying to get that fan base in, plus the perception of the police, oh, no one likes the police, it's a difficult one to get through. But yeah, we're trying different things, you know, speaking to you. Scott's getting on social media, trying those sort of aspects. So yeah, the more people we can get in, it'd be brilliant.
You'd like to see a lot more people coming. We do get some local people come in, I mean, and that, but you're not specifically attached to a town.
The club play here at the Imber Sports Ground, having done so since formation. The ground is part of a whole sports village, including cricket and rugby pitches, which was opened by the Met Police in the early 1900s. The stadium includes this grandstand, most recently redeveloped in the 90s, which can hold around 300 people, and there's also a clubhouse. The total capacity here is around 3,000. I'm joined now by Chris. You're a volunteer here at the Met Police. What type of roles have you had at the club, and what do you do helping out around here?
Well, basically, I started off volunteering on a match-by-match basis, and I've now taken, if you may have noticed, all the painting.
Yeah.
So I've literally painted the railings right around the ground. I've been doing the walls and everything else. I then decided to come and help in the shop, and then took over 2 years ago. And I've been running it ever since.
You mentioned this shop. I mean, it's a lovely little one. Do you want to show us around what we've got in here?
Yeah, sure. So where do we start? So we've got a lot of magazine, football magazines. We've got various programs, as you can see, league and non-league. We do replica shirts, which are home and away from this year. We've got some mugs, we've got some badges, some bobble hats. So we've got a good, nice bit of merchandise there. And this is, and also if you notice on the walls here, we've got lots and lots of pictures from various ages, going back to the 1960s there.
We then made a visit to the Boardroom, which I must say was very traditional and classy, with a picture of the king on the wall, a nicely laid out table. You have lots of pieces of memorabilia, old pictures, things like that on the walls, and a bar too. For us though, it was time to try some burgers. Okay, so as usual we got some food. I've gone with the classic cheeseburger. Oh, bread's falling apart, but this looks really nice. Cheese is all melted. My dad's though gone with the Footy Scran featured blues burger. On here you've got a slice of bacon, split open sausage, or 2 sausages actually, and then you've got your patty with the cheese. Do you want to try it?
Fantastic.
Nice. It looks very big, very juicy. Let's tuck in. Well, that is the end of my day here at Met Police FC, and I must say I've had a great time. A huge thank you to Scott, Chris, Brian and Sudge. They were all so lovely, welcoming. This place is very homely, and I must say, if you are in the local area or coming to London for the day, please do come down and support the team. The burgers were great, match has been good so far, people so lovely. I really do recommend it. Thank you very much for watching. Let's watch the game.